What would happen if the sun disappeared right now? The sun, a fiery ball of gas at the center of our solar system, is crucial to life on Earth. Its gravity keeps the planets in orbit, while its energy and light sustain all living things. Phase 1. The first 8 minutes. For the first 8 minutes, we wouldn't even notice that the sun had disappeared. This is because the sun is about 8 light minutes away from Earth. A light minute is the time it takes for light to travel in 1 minute. Think of it like this. Mars is about 13 light minutes away from Earth. If Earth aimed a flashlight at Mars, the light from the flashlight would take about 13 minutes to reach Mars. Also, Einstein's general theory of relativity tells us that gravity travels at the same speed as light. So, if the sun were to suddenly disappear, Earth would continue orbiting the spot where the sun used to be for about 8 minutes. After those 8 minutes, Earth would fly off into space in a straight line into the endless void. Phase 2. Darkness. After 8 minutes, Earth would be plunged into total darkness. The moon, stars, and all other planets would become invisible as there would be no sunlight to reflect off them. Also, photosynthesis, the process in which plants use sunlight and water to convert to energy and oxygen, would stop. Plants rely on sunlight for photosynthesis. Without it, they would no water cycle. The water cycle is a process in which water evaporates from lakes, oceans, and rivers by using sunlight and heat to turn it into water vapor, a gas. In the air, the water vapor cools and turns into clouds. The water falls back to Earth in the form of rain or snow collecting in puddles or lakes. Then the cycle repeats. Without it, there would be no more evaporation, clouds, or rain. The ending of the water cycle would quickly lead to mass droughts and environmental collapse. Phase 3. The freeze. Without the sun's heat, Earth's temperatures would plummet. Earth's temperature would drop about 10 degrees Celsius in the first few days. After a few weeks, the global average temperature would be minus 20 degrees Celsius. Within just a few months, the temperature on Earth would be around minus 70 degrees, making most of the planet inhabitable for humans and other species. Within this time, Earth's oceans would begin to freeze over, and Earth would become a frozen wasteland. However, life in the deep sea would most likely survive as heat emitted from the Earth's core would keep the ocean liquid for thousands of years. However, the deep seas would eventually freeze over, wiping out all life there. Phase 4. The magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field is one of the planet's most important defenses. It acts as a shield, deflecting harmful cosmic radiation and solar wind, which could otherwise strip away the atmosphere and expose Earth's surface to harmful space conditions. As Earth cools over millions of years, the molten metals in the core that generate the magnetic field begin to lose heat. The cooling of the core weakens the geodynamo, the process that powers the magnetic field. Over time, the magnetic field becomes unstable and starts to fade. While the magnetic field fades, cosmic radiation and solar winds will chip away at the Earth's atmosphere. Without the field to protect it, the atmosphere would break down, exposing the planet to harmful radiation, making it impossible for life to survive. Phase 5. The end. Without the sun's gravity to hold things together, the solar system would be thrown into chaos. Earth would no longer follow its orbit and would drift off into space. The same would happen to Mercury, Venus, and all the other planets. With no gravity to keep them in place, they would drift away into the void. Jupiter and Saturn's massive gravity would cause even more destruction. They'd collide with the asteroids, comets, and moons that once orbited them. The once stable solar system would collapse as everything is thrown into disarray. Fortunately, we don't need to worry about this happening anytime soon. We have billions of years before we even have to think about it. So, for now, we can enjoy the sun without a care in the world.